Shalom, shalom. Just making sure everything's working. Uh, 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, shalom. Yep, shalom. Give all honor, glory, praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahshua, Bashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of your millstone for teaching us this truth and sincerity. Salutation to the hopeful that spirit at the four corners of the earth. All right, so the title of this lesson will be, did the spiritual demon Satan fight against the Most High, right, in heaven, you know? So did spiritual demon Satan fight against the Most High? All right, now start off with some precepts. All right, so I'm gonna start off in Galatians. Um, 1 in Galatians chapter 1 verse 15 reads, "For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things created by him and for him." Okay, so from this verse we can clearly see that Yahweh Shah, he created everything, right? You know, he created me, he created you, he created the wall, he created the creatures, the beasts, the angels, visible and invisible, right? So the angels will be spiritual demons. Say he will be considered an invisible being, right? So Yahweh Shah, he created him, right? He created the angels also. Okay? So whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, okay? So spiritual demons Satan, he's a lowercase g power, right? You know, he has some power which is given by him from Yahweh Shah, right? So from this verse we can clearly see that Yahweh Shah created him, okay? Because the Wakataka Christian, they get it confused that and think that Yahweh Shah, he doesn't create. That Satan, operates on his own control, right? That Satan, operates on his own willpower, right? Which is completely wrong. Okay. And we can, in Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7, it also proves it. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things, right? So again, Yahweh Shah, he created Satan. Okay? He created good and he created evil. He created the angels, he created the demons. So Revelation chapter 12, verse 3, the subheading is the red dragon Satan, right? There appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon. A great red dragon, right? So this red dragon is referring to who? The appearance, the Edomites, right? The Esau Edom, right? Mainly the top elites, right? The armies, the governments, right? That is, under the Edomites' control, ultimately, right? So behold, a great red dragon, right? So when we go to our word great, a great, you know, let's go at the Greek word megas. Okay, so a person's emanating for ability, virtue, authority, power, right? Because this great red dragon, he has power over the whole world, right? You know, he has power over the whole entire world. Okay. Um, of things which overstep the province of a created being, proud, presumptuous things, full of arrogance, derogatory to the majesty of the Most High, right? Because Esau, Edom, the Edomites, they are proud people. You know, they're full of arrogance. They're very proud. Okay. There's a precept that said he exalted himself above all things that's called the Most High, right? All things that's called, yeah, all things that's called the Most High, right? Which is, you know, this devil does do, right? There was this legislation, having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head, right? The 7 heads and 10 horns represent what? These different governments, you know, the different nations, right? You know, so 7 heads, you know, have a 7 heads represent the Greeks, Romans, French, Spanish, Britain, Germanic major, and Germanic major. Okay, so this is going back to what the Esau, ultimately Esau, the Edomites, the different governments that is under control of the Edomites. So this is the precept that, you know, get the Christian, get that Christian confused. Mainly Revelation chapter 12. Let's see if I can get it. Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. The angel and Michael, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. Okay, the dragon represent what? The governments, right? The governments are under the wicked E control, right? And this war is referring to World War III, right? Because we know that World War III was mainly fought with, you know, worshipped airplanes, you know, in ICBMs. Okay, so Michael and his angel fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. Okay, so ultimately, no, this verse is speaking about the Esau who's coming in the physical form of the spiritual demon Satan, right? Just like how the Most High, Yahweh, he uses, on the right hand, he uses his prophets to come in the, no, he uses his prophets to come in the, you know, in the form of him, right? In the, more like the characteristics, right? Because there's a scripture that speaks about him, that he speaks through the words of his prophets, right? So just like Yahweh Shai, he can use his prophets on the right hand side, his teachers on the right hand side. He can also use the spiritual demon Satan on the left hand side to use the wicked, the Edomites, you know, to further his will, right? Okay, so and the great dragon, you know, which is referring to the physical devils, you know, Esau, you know, was cast out. The old serpent called the devil and Satan, right? So devil, you know, going back to a deceiver, right? Which deceives the whole world. He was cast out onto the earth, and his angels are cast out with him, right? Because this devil, he deceives the whole world by what legislations, by his laws, you know. Okay, so from here, you know, we can, you know, this is not, we can now this is not the only way they're gonna fight against, you know, they're gonna try to fight against the angels, right, with their armies, right? But they're not gonna win, right? They're not gonna prevail, right? This is why I said in the 8th verse, prevail not, right? Prevail. Um, to be forced, availed, you know, to assert, right? To basically going back to that they lost, you know, they didn't, you know, win, right? You know, they didn't defeat the armies of Yabashasha, right? Mm, I want to go to another precept, Revelation 20 and 7. Revelation chapter 20, verse 7. To prove that the scripture didn't say he didn't, you know, go against the Most High, right? He didn't. He doesn't control anything. The only thing he has, you know, he has influence over this world, but he doesn't, you know, he's not in control of anything. He doesn't, you know, he do the will of his heavenly Father. I'm going to prove that as well, because that's another piece that's coming to my mind. So Revelation chapter 20 verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, okay, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. Okay, so again, this was a period when this is going back to the Renaissance period, right? You know, because that 1,000 years you're going back to the Dark Ages when these so-called, you know, Negroes was ruling, you know, the Israelites were ruling, right? So he was loose, right? This is going into this present time. He's loose, right? You know, he's ruling, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. God to gather them together to battle. It should go back to World 3. The number of whom is as the sin of the sea. Okay, so this is going back to who? Esau, Edom. You know, he will ultimately, you know, he ultimately deceives the whole nations. You know. Okay, so let's see. I know it's in Job. One of us in Job. You know, we use this precept. Let's see. So I'm trying to find this precept. Going to and forth. Let's see. Okay, Job 1:6. I knew it was in Job 1:6. I don't know. I knew it was in Job. So. Job 1. Joel chapter 1 verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God, which are referring to the angels, came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh. And Satan, now this is referring to the spiritual demon Satan, and Satan came also among them, right? And the Lord Yahweh said to Satan, this is speaking about the spiritual demon Satan, when comest out. Then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, for my going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
It's a social support talking in class.
Okay? And the Lord said unto Satan, the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him? So now this again proving that Satan, didn't fight against the Most High, right? Because he came in the presence of the Lord, right? So, don't get that Revelation 12 verse confused. Verse is about that there was war in heaven, because that's ultimately speaking about World War III. Right? So I'm going to close out here. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh. To the next time, we'll say Shalom.